Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Miller Park, and happy Jackie Robinson Day. Today, all the players wearing 42 in memory and in honor of the late, great Jackie Robinson. Brewers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies, looking for their third straight win and their sixth straight win against the Phillies this season. The action comes to you right now here on MLB The Show Simulated Season, Milwaukee Brewers. Adrian Hauser is your starting pitcher tonight, making his fourth start of the season. He has a 1-0 record, 6 ERA. He last pitched on Friday, had a little rough outing, gave up 3 home runs, and did not take a decision against the Mets in that game. And he's going to face off against Scott Kingery here in the first, and no one's wearing the 42s. That has usually been a staple of MLB The Show when they've done this game, when you play on Jackie Robinson Day, or when the schedule says Jackie Robinson Day, everybody wears 42. No one's wearing 42. Very disappointed that that's the case. So, what can you do? So, Hauser starts him out with a strike. Kingery follows that one off, and it's quickly 0-2 on the leadoff man. Just finishing up this post, trying to spread the word on the Facebook. Tried to do it before the game even started. That did not happen. There's a ball outside. It's 1-2. Posted. Now we can focus on the action on the field. Scott Kingery leading off here for the Phillies. That'd be crazy if every broadcaster had to try to post on social media the game was starting as the game was starting. As there's a strikeout there to start the game. And Adrian Hauser has his first K of the day. Good start for Hauser.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutcheon.
And Andrew McCutcheon back in the starting lineup here today. Sat out the last 2 games. He's had a bruised foot. So back in there. Jay Bruce did a great job in his place. Had a solo home run in yesterday's game. Also had the ground rule double in the 10th. Andrew McCutcheon, the leader on the team in batting average. Pretty much all major offensive categories for these Phillies. Phillies have struggled to hit the ball, and McCutcheon gets hit on that pitch. Welcome back to the lineup. He is going to go to first with a hit pitch.
Number 3, Bryce Harper.
So Bryce Harper steps in with a runner on first and 1 out here. Harper ice cold at the plate this season, only batting .111, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 0 for 8 in this series. He's walked once. He struck out, so he's putting the bat on the ball here in this series against the Brewers, but has not been able to get a base hit up to this point. He's 0 for the season series against the Brewers. Here's the pitch from Hauser. That's in the dirt. It's 1-0. It's going to be a big key for the Phillies is if they can get when Bryce Harper's bat is going to start coming alive. 1-0 pitch, and that's hit down the line, and that's going to be foul. Nice diving play by Smoke there. But it's all for naught. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That one's also foul. Brewers come in into play today, 10-7. They're third in the NL Central, 2 games back of the Chicago Cubs. There's a curveball that misses outside, 2-2. Half game back of the Cincinnati Reds. Playing some good baseball as of late. Won back-to-back extra inning games against these Phillies. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just misses on the inside corner. It's full on Bryce Harper. McCutcheon over at first. Probably not going to go too far. That bruised foot. But he'll get a good jump anyway. Hauser comes set. Check of McCutcheon over at first. Here's the full count pitch. And that one's hit to the left side, but foul. We'll do it again with a full count. So I know in the broadcast from the previous nights, not knowing, here's the full count pitch. There's that one fouled into the netting. Not knowing what the Phillies' record was in extra inning games. I had it for the Brewers, because I've been doing all the games for the Brewers. They're 0-2. They've only played 2 games as well against the Brewers. Full count, another foul, so Harper having a good at-bat here. He's already seen 8 pitches. He's going to see a 9th one here. McCutchen got hit by a pitch. He's on first. 1 out here in the first. Here's the pitch. Inside, and Hauser has got 2 guys on with 1 out. And Rhys Hoskins coming up to bat. Early base runners has been a struggle for this Brewers pitching. Had a lot of guys on the base paths, having to work it from the stretch. And they've gotten down in some of these games because of it. So a little jitters here. First and second here. Here's the pitch. This is outside. So Hauser having trouble finding the zone here. Falls behind on Hoskins. 1-0 pitch. That one misses as well. 2-0. Hoskins leading, tied for the team lead with RBIs. He's got 11. 2 home runs, one of those coming off of the Brewers. 1 for 7 in the series. 0 for 3 last night. Also got hit by a pitch. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in the dirt. 3-0. So 3 straight balls. And Hauser is having trouble getting one in the strike zone here tonight early. There's a 3-0 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Three-one pitch to Hoskins. That one's popped in the infield. Infield fly rule should be in effect, and it is. Sogard is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Here's how the Phillies stack up now that McCutchen's back in the lineup after missing 2 games. Kingery still leading off. McCutchen batting second. Harper over in right. Hoskins just popped out. Didi Gregorius, JT Realmuto, Neil Walker, Nick Williams, and pitching tonight for the Phillies is Zach Eflin. So same lineup that Joe Girardi's trotted out there as the entire series. The only difference, McCutchen in the 2-hole for Jay Bruce. As Didi Gregorius steps in, he's on a 7-game hitting streak. 2 home runs against the Brewers this series. Back-to-back games with a home run. Been the key offensive cog in this machine this series for the Phillies. Takes one outside, and Hauser falling behind again, 2-0. Gurias had the 2 runs, drove in the 2 runs on Monday's game. Had the double in the 9th off of Hader to tie it. Then hit a 2-run homer in yesterday's game, and then that ended the scoring until we got into extra innings. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hit over, and that's a base hit. McCutchen's coming around, throw from Smoke, and it is going to be in time to get Andrew McCutchen. So a great relay. McCutchen's foot still might be sore, might not be as quick as he was a couple days ago. And the Brewers gun down the first run at the plate, and they're coming up in the first. Zach Eflin is going to make the start for the Phillies tonight, his 4th start of the season, 0-1 record on the season. That one loss came against the Brewers in Philadelphia. He last pitched on Friday against Cincinnati, went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 earned runs.
Leading off for the Brewers, the center fielder.
And Kane's going to swing at the first pitch. He grounds it over to Gregorius. He makes the throw for out number 1. Here's how the Brewers line up tonight, same as last night. Kane leading off, Yelich, Kira, Garcia, and then the league leader in batting average, Omar Narvaez, is in that 5 spot. Justin Smoke gets starts in back-to-back games. Same with Eric Sogard, who's over at 3rd. Orlando Arcia at short. And Adrian Hauser is in the 9 spot. Here comes Christian Yelich. No hits in yesterday's game. Had 2 home runs on Monday, including the walk-off homer. See there, the Phillies' record, 6-12. That's last in the East. Another one that misses inside. It's 2-0. Brewers have taken the first 5 games of this season series. So against everybody else in baseball, they're 6-7. They're 0-5 against the Brewers, and that's why they're 6 games under 500. And it's 3-0 on Christian Yelich. Keston here on deck. So the Phillies are going to be happy when this season series is over, especially if things keep going the way they are. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Yelich. That one just misses upstairs, so 4 straight balls. And the Brewers have a base runner with 1 out.
Second baseman, Keston Hiura.
And that brings up Keston Hiura. Hit the walk-off sacrifice fly in the 12th in yesterday's game. Was about 6 feet away from a walk-off grand slam, but hitting one to the track for a sac fly does the job as well. Christian Yelich takes off. That one's down low, and Yelich is in there with his league-leading 9th stolen base of the season. And he came up with a sharp pain, and that is not good. And he could even wind up on the DL. That is not a good sign. Christian Yelich gets his 9th stolen base, but he is going to leave with an injury. So hopefully that is not going to be anything long-term. Sounds like he might go on the DL, but we'll see what that looks like. Ben Gamel's going to come in to pinch hit. He'll take over and right as well. Keston Hiura falls that one away. It's 1-1, so you hope that nothing too big happens. Christian Yelich. Looks like it's going to be a stint on the DL according to that prompt. There's the 1-1, and that one's in there for a strike 1-2. So tough break for the Brewers. Christian Yelich had been swinging a hot bat, had 3 home runs in the last 4 games. He was tied for the league lead in home runs, got his league leading 8th stolen base there. He goes out with an injury as Hiura pops one into center. Williams is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Gamel stays at second, and we got 2 away.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
And Avisail Garcia steps in
Garcia.
with 2 outs, runner at second. He was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, 1 for 8 on the series. Performing well in the last 10 games, batting .368. And if Yelich has to be down for any extended period of time, they're going to definitely want to see the bat of Garcia get going and start hitting with a little bit more power as he fouls that one into the netting. It's 0-1. It's going to be hard to make up for what Christian Yelich can do. He can hit with power. He's a good outfielder. He's been stealing bases. So it's going to be hard to make up some of that run production as Garcia swings and misses on that one. It's 0-2. Bottom of the first, no score here. Here on Jackie Robinson Day. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses inside, 1-2. Gamel at second. Garcia takes one up and out. It's 2-2. So good at bat by Garcia, working the count even here. Here's the 2-2 to Garcia. Checks his swing. Umpire says he didn't go. And it's a full count. So Gamel's going to get a good jump on this one, and that one's hit to right. Harper's coming along, and that one's going to be caught in foul territory for the 3rd out of the inning. So a good battle by Garcia, but he isn't able to cash him in. And after 1, we're scoreless in the first.
Your attention, please.
So Gamel moves into right field after Christian Yelich leaves with a hip injury.
Number 16, Ben Gamel.
And JT Realmuto is going to lead off the second here for the Phillies.
Leading off for Philadelphia, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Hauser working a pretty tough first inning. Worked around a hits batter and a walk. Gave up a hit, but he was thrown out by Yelich. So you wonder if maybe some torque on the throw might have did something to the hip. And then when he was stealing second, it kind of just aggravated it. Let's see what the prognosis is. We don't have, like, any insight on what the injury could be. We don't do that in this game. So the best I can do is, when we broadcast tomorrow night, let you know what happens. As Hauser's up on Realmuto, 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off to the right side. Gamble did spend a lot of time in right field last year when Yelich was down at the last month. That one misses up. Gamble's got good speed, good lefty bat as well. Well, it's hard to make up for all the things that Christian Yelich can do for you. Mamuto's worked it to a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch, and that's a grounder over to third. Sogard's got it. He'll make the throw, a little low, but Smoke's got it, and there's one out. Well, now that Yelich is out, here's how the defense lines up. Garcia's in left, Kane is in center, Gamble's in right. It's actually the first time anyone other than Garcia, Kane, and Yelich has been in the outfield. Sogard, Arcia, Hira, and Smoke around the horn. And Omar Narvaez is behind home plate, catching Adrian Hauser tonight. Here's Neil Walker, takes a ball. Walker had a tough day at the plate yesterday. Grounded into 2 double plays late in the game. Grounded the first one, he was on a bunt attempt in the 9th, just trying to move the runner over. Hit a little too hard, fouls that one off. And then in the 11th, hit into another double play. So, tough one for Walker, just trying to help his team out, and gets into a couple of double plays as he hits another one foul. Ball boy's just going to let Ben Gamble grab that one and get him a little more warmed up with some running, going after the ball. Here's the 1-2 from Hauser. Called strike 3. Curveball must have got the inside part of the plate. Didn't look like it would be when he caught that, when Narvaez caught it. And we'll take a look at the pitch tracker here. And just about an eighth of that ball catches the zone, and he gets rung up. And there's 2 away here in the second. Williams hits one into the gap, and that's going to get to the wall. Should be extra bases. On his way to second. And he's going to be in there with a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the second. So Williams going right after that first pitch. His 9th double of the season. That leads the Phillies. He did the same thing in yesterday's game. Except in yesterday's game, that was to lead off one of the innings. Playing a little bit of a shift on him. A little more straight up. Probably not necessarily Kane able to track that one down, but still a double, and it's going to be the pitcher, so at least it's going to clear the pitcher for this inning. And Eflin, who does not have a hit on the season, is going to see if he can help himself here by driving in Williams. Oh, 1 pitch from Hauser. That one misses outside, 95, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Just misses the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Looked like that slider that he got Walker on. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Hauser, and there's another swing and a miss. 95 right down the middle. Here's the fastball. See what you can do with it. 2-2 count. Runner at second. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. So a leadoff double, but a 2-out double. Hauser strands him there. And we're still scoreless here as we head to the bottom of the second. Omar Narvaez enters the day batting .400, and that leads the National League.
The catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Zach Eflin in the windup here in the second. Starts it off with the ball. Pitch, that's hit to center. Williams is there. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
Batting 6.
Here's where the Phillies are lining up in the field today. Andrew McCutchen over in left, back in his usual stomping grounds. Williams in center, Harper in right. And then the same infield alignment as yesterday and the day before. Neil Walker at third, Gregorius at short, Kingery at second, Hoskins at first, JT Realmuto, the Gold Glove winner, behind the plate, and he's catching Zach Eflin here tonight. Justin Smoke getting a start in back-to-back games. Takes a strike. Smoke appeared in just his first game. Didn't even have a pinch hit situation or anything like that. And yesterday he got the start over at first. It was 1 for 4. That one's inside. It's 1-1. Smoke signing in the offseason from the Blue Jays. That one's down low. 2-1. 2-1 from Eflin. Brushes him back. 3-1. This is the 3-1 pitch. That one's at the top of the zone, so 3-2 here on Smoke. So again, it's going to be interesting to see where some offensive production could come from with Christian Yelich possibly being out on the IL for a while. Got 7 home runs, 12 RBIs. There's a drive to right field. Harper racing back. He's at the fence, and that is out of here. Justin Smoke puts the Brewers on the board here tonight with his first home run of the season. Great at bat by Smoke. Had the full count, and he takes a pitch right down the middle and deposits that one into the right field seats. Take a look at this one again. Right at the belt. Great extension. Just a flip of the wrist, and that ball is out of here. Take a look at the tail on that one. 379 feet. Just a long, high fly ball to right field. And the Brewers have a 1-0 lead here in the second.
Batting 7, the third baseman,
Eric Sogard hits one over to Kingery. He's going to make a little slide on his behind, and he'll make the play for out number 2.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Nice little slide. Don't know if it was completely necessary, but it looked good. And that's going to bring up Orlando Arcia. Had his 5-game hitting streak snapped in yesterday's game. He bats with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 1 run already in for the Brewers. There's a strike, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit over to Gregorius. He's got it. And there's the 3rd out of the inning. So Brewers get on the board first. Justin Smoke gets his first home run in a Brewers uniform. And the Brewers lead 1-0. Well, happy Jackie Robinson Day, everybody. You are watching a Brewers franchise mode simulated from MLB The Show 20. And this is youtube.com/Tucker Comedy. So if you're enjoying the content and you're enjoying what you've been watching, subscribe to the channel, like the video, tell some friends, share the links. Every little bit helps. Trying to spread the word on this thing. As Kingery leads off the 3rd here, and he's got a 1-1 count. It's been exciting to see the people who have been subscribing to the channels telling me that they've just found it kind of randomly. The word of mouth that's been going out there. Had someone from Portugal chatting the stream. That was exciting as well, as Kingery takes that one to right. Gamble is under it, and he'll make the play for out number 1. So just exciting to see all the support out there as you take a look at the NL standings here. Brewers at 2.5 back. So the weird thing about this is they'll just simulate games and then they show you what the standings are sometimes. I believe, if I have my record here, it said that they were 2 back coming into today. So I'm guessing the Cubs won already. Well, they might have played earlier today. It might have been an afternoon game against Baltimore. Here's the and McCutchen hits one to shallow center. Kane racing in. Garcia's going to make a diving catch, and that's off his glove. I feel like Garcia didn't need to do that. Kane had a good read on it, and that's going to be a base hit for McCutchen. You take a look at that one. Pulled the hands in, Looked like a pretty routine fly ball. Garcia's going to make a leaping try at it, and it's going to land for a base hit. Bryce Harper steps in. He takes the ball. Cubs were playing in Baltimore today, or maybe already have played. My dog is not thrilled by the early simulations either that happened. 1-0. Harper drives that one to center and deep. Kane is at the wall, at the track, and he's going to make a leap, and he's going to make the catch at the fence. What a play by the Gold Glover. He timed that one perfectly, makes the catch, and boy, Harper cannot catch a break here this season. Look at this leap. My dog is so ecstatic by the play. Gamel's happy about it. And there are 2 away. Boy, that's how the season's going for Bryce Harper. And Rhys Hoskins is up with 2 outs. Boy, that could have been a 2-1 game just like that, but Kane, like he has been doing for years, making spectacular plays in the outfield, and he comes up with another gem for his highlight reel. That one's in the dirt, and that's going to get away from Narvaez. McCutcheon's going to take second, and that's going to be a wild pitch on Adrian Hauser. So much excitement. The Kane catch. My dog's freaking out about something. A lot going on here in the household, the booth, whatever you want to call it. Adrian Hauser's just going to take a quick stroll around the mound, try to compose his breath after that pitch. Here's the 1-1. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Boy, a play like that can shift a lot of momentum. Feeling really good. You bounce back, and for a team like the Phillies, who've struggled against these Brewers, have not gotten off to a great start, and for Bryce Harper, who's been struggling at the plate, and that one's ripped up the middle for a base hit. McCutcheon's around. He's going to score, and the Phillies have tied it up 1-1 here in the 3rd.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop.
Good piece of hitting by Hoskins here. Takes that outside pitch. Just goes with it a little bit. Hits it right back up the box, right out of the reach of Arcia. And it's a 2-out RBI single for Hoskins, and that brings up Didi Gregorius. No one misses outside. It's 1-0. Gregorius staying hot against these Brewers. He's got a hit in all 3 of these games. Four for 10 in the series now. And he hits that one to right. Gamel's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So, Phillies tie it up on the Hoskins RBI single. After 2.5, we're tied at 1. Adrian Hauser's going to start it off here in the 3rd. Tie game.
Adrian Hauser.
Swings and misses through that one. Hauser, Owen, he's going to owe Kane a drink or some sort of protein shake or something later for the save that he made at the wall last inning. Hauser down 0-2 in the count here. Hauser still looking for his first hit of the season as a pitcher. There's the 0-2, and that one's fouled. Yeah, just some things that you just come to expect from Lorenzo Cain, making spectacular plays at the wall. I can't even remember how many he had last year. And that one's a called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. So first strikeout of the game for Eflin. Take a look at the NL East standings. Philadelphia 7 back. Atlanta and New York playing a 4-game series in New York. Brewers will head to New York after this 4-game series concludes tomorrow. And here comes Lorenzo Cain, 5 for 12 in the series. He had 2 doubles in last night's game. Provided a big spark for this team in the extra inning win, and he follows that one off, and it's 0-1. Hey, talk about the Braves and Mets. They're playing a big early season contest. Braves have taken the first 2 of that 4-game series. Braves won in extra innings on Monday, and then they got 2 in the top of the 9th in yesterday's game. They got a little bit of a cushion between them and the Mets. Other stories around the league. Mariners have been struggling. They've lost 12 in a row. They're off today, but then they got the division-leading A's coming into town. As Kane hits one over to Kingery, and that's out number 2.
Batting second, the right fielder, Ben Gamble.
So Ben Gamble steps up to the plate. He came in for Christian Yelich, who left in the first with a hip injury. Injury happened when he stole his league-leading 8th base of the season. Here's the pitch to Gamble. That one's in there for a strike. So the Brewers are going to... Actually, it was the 9th stolen base by Yelich. He had 8 coming into today. So a lot of people will be wondering what's the earliest they're going to find out what's going to happen with Yelich and what that's going to mean for this team. Is Gamble hits one to right and deep, and that one... Harper, I guess, was playing it off that little fence deal. He went the complete opposite direction, which probably worked out very much in his favor, because if you go where the ball was hit, that he could be running for a while on that one. And the first hit of the season for Ben Gamble, an absolute rope to right field. Hits it right off that angled fence. Harper plays it perfectly, almost like he knew it was going to happen. And Ben Gamble's in with a 2-out double. And Keston here is in. 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center his last at-bat. Hero 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Had a double. Sorry, he was 2 for 5 in yesterday's game. 2 RBIs, sac fly. Also had a double in that game, too. He's been hitting a lot of doubles off of hitters. And that one's up the middle for a base hit. Gamble's around, and he's going to score. And Keston Hiura gets the Brewers back the lead. And it's 2-1 in the 3rd.
The left fielder, number 24, Avisayi.
Hitting with runners in scoring position has been a struggle for the Brewers, but in the last 2 games, they have been coming through with some hits. Keston Hiura there picks up the RBI. That's his 13th of the season. He now leads the team. And Avisail Garcia is going to back him up with a base hit of his own. So back-to-back hits for the Brewers with 2 outs. Actually, 3 in a row. All with 2 outs. The Brewers are going to keep this one rolling with Omar Narvaez coming up to bat. Pitching coach for the Phillies. Going to go talk to Eflin there for a little bit. Try to settle him down after getting the first 2 pretty quickly. Omar Narvaez 0 for 1 on the day. Hits with runners on first and second. There's a strike that just gets the corner, and it's 0-1. Narvaez 1 for 5, had a 2-run single in the first in yesterday's game. 0-1 pitch, misses upstairs, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, that's outside, 2-1. Narvaez has been swinging a hot bat for these Brewers. He had 3 home runs in the series against the Mets. Big reason why he's been able to maintain that high batting average all season. See what he can do here with the 2-1 pitch. And that one's rolled over on, and Rhys Hoskins has that. He'll take it himself for out number 3. So the Brewers regain the lead with the Keston Hiura RBI single. And the Brewers lead 2-1 after 3. I thought I had maybe disabled going to these sideline reporter things. I apparently did not in my in my quest to try to not have some of this downtime where there's no action happening. Kind of a bummer to have those. I'm sure there's some sort of report. I doubt it's on what happened to Christian Yelich, because they did a thing with the Phillies. That's usually how these things work. But JT Realmuto is going to lead off the 4th for the Phillies.
The catcher.
Led off the 2nd with the ground out. That one's in there for a strike. Talking about what's going on in the league here today, and talking about what's going on in the division as Romuto swings and misses at that one. Reds won in yesterday's game. They beat the Giants 10-0. Trevor Bauer, he threw a complete game shutout. 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Bauer had struggled to start the season. He was 0-2. And he's had back-to-back starts where he's gone deep in games. Back-to-back wins with shutout starts. He went 7 against the Brewers without giving up a run. And doesn't give up a run against the Giants in yesterday's game. And the Reds remain hot. They're 10-6. Brewers trailed them by a half a game coming into today's play. Here's the 2-2 to Realmuto. Can't get him to chase the fastball. It's full. Cubs had their 9-game losing streak snapped by Baltimore yesterday. They lost 2-0. Baltimore, the bottom of the AL East, lost 2 of 3 to the Pirates. There's a little flare over to right. Gamel's there in fair territory, and he'll make the play for out number 1.
Now batter, third baseman.
And then the Cardinals, they snapped a 4-game losing streak. They beat the Dodgers 7-1, doing a little West Coast swing. Tyler O'Neill, who's on the injured list, has been replaced by Tommy Edman, who played mostly infield when the Brewers faced off against the Cardinals in that opening homestand. So he's going to get some starts in left, which is going to make the way for Paul DeJong to get more regular playing time at short. They're in that platoon. It's a tough division this year, just like last year. Whoever wins this one's going to earn it. That is for sure. As Walker follows that one off, it's 2-1. Brewers lead 2-1 here in the 4th. There's a grounder. Oh, and Smoke's not able to get that one. Here is there, though. They're going to still get the out at first. So Smoke, I think, was maybe trying to see if the ball was still around him, but a good job by Hauser to still cover the bag. So that's going to be your typical 3-4-1 putout in the scorebook. And that's just the kind of luck the Phillies have had against the Brewers this season. A hard-hit ball at the first baseman, but with where Hero was playing on the shift, was still be able to make the play. And Hauser started out with the ball, and that was a really good pitch, as one person was yelling in my ear that it was a strike. Look at the shift they have on Williams, looking for him to pull the ball. There's the 1-0, misses inside, 2-0. Williams hit the double with 2 outs back in the 2nd. Outfield was also shaded over to the right side, so he was able to kind of hit it into a gap that was kind of more up the middle. And that one's in there, and it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Hauser, way inside, it's 3-1. Pitcher spot is due up next. There's the 3-1 pitch, misses inside, and Hauser's got man on first with 2 outs here. Second walk of the game issued by Hauser. He's also hit a batter. He faces Zach Eflin here. Saw the graphic pop up there. Brent Suter warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Interesting to see if he would actually come into this. He pitched 3 innings in yesterday's game. Here's the pitch to Eflin. Sliders in there, 0-1. Brewers and Phillies, game 3 of this 4-game series. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a grounder over to Smoke. A little easier play on that one. He'll take it himself for out number 3. So Hauser works around the 2-out walk. And we head to the bottom of the 4th with the Brewers leading by 1. Justin Smoke leads off the 4th for the Brewers.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman, Justin Smoke.
Thought maybe we'd see a replay of that, but we're not. Smoke had the solo home run in the 2nd, first home run of the season for him, and he hits one to center, but Williams is there. And he has it for out number 1, so 1 pitch, 1 out. Zach Eflin cruising along here, 45 pitches here in the 4th. Take a look at the speed comparison from the two starters, both topping out at 97.
Sogard.
Some good power pitching here, but they've been doing really well mixing in that off speed, keeping hitters off balanced. Eric Sogard's in there. He's 0 for 1, grounded out in the second. And he takes one right down the middle. It's 0-1. Sogard hitless in this series. That one's inside. There's the 1-1, and that one's lined, and that's over the head of Kingery. That's going to get to the wall. Sogard making the turn. He's on his way to second, and he's going to be in there with a one-out double. So just out of the reach of Scott Kingery. Take a look at this one in slow motion, which never looks good when you take all the frames out of these sometimes. But a good piece of hitting comes through with the wrist. And he'll hit that one over the head of Kingery, and the Brewers have a runner at second with one out, and Orlando Arcia up to bat. Takes that one away, 1-0. So Brewers, 3 of their 4 hits are extra base hits. Here's the 1-0. That one's a slider that's in there, 1-1. Arcia, one of the better hitters on this Brewers, hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. A lot of that damage coming against these Phillies. Here's the 2-1 from Eflin, and he hits that one off to the right side and into the stands. 2-2. Adrian Hauser is on deck as of right now. See what Council wants to do. That one misses, 3-2. So with Arcia possibly walking, send Hauser up there to bunt him over for Kane. Could give him a chance to swing and drive in a run. He always risks the double play there. Or he could go to the bench, try to go for the big inning. But you'd like to get a few more innings out of your starter. Here's the 3-2. That one misses just upstairs, and Arcia's on with 2-out walk. Second free pass issued by Eflin here tonight.
Hauser.
And it looks like Adrian Hauser will bat. He's got runners at first and second. We'll see if they have the bunt play on. Infield's playing as if it will be. Squares around. He gets it down the third base line. And they're going to go to second, and they're going to get the double play. So great play by the Phillies to turn 2. Walker returning the favor for the bunt that was turned into double play on him. Gets the ball quickly, fires it over to second. Kingery makes the exchange. And we're still 2-1 here after 4.
Leading off for the Phillies.
So Scott Kingery, who just turned the double play, leads off here in the 5th. He's 0 for 2 on the day. As mentioned, it's Jackie Robinson Day, and as I mentioned, kind of disappointed that this year the MLB The Show did not have the jersey switch over to everyone being 42. That's just it's just strange. Every edition of this game has had that happen, so I don't know why today that's not the case. I have to write my congressman about that one. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hauser, and that one's fouled into the netting. It's 1-1. It's the day we celebrate the debut of Jackie Robinson back on April 15th, 1947. And there's a strike, 1-2. Broke the color barrier in the National League. There's the 1-2, and that is going to get on the elbow of Kingery. And Kingery not happy with that one. He's going to give a little bit of a stern look. It looked like a pitch that just didn't curve enough. Luckily, Kingery wearing that protective elbow guard. And he's going to be on with nobody out here in the 5th. So second batter that Hauser has hit here. And Andrew McCutcheon's up, who had a double he singled his last at bat. Got to second on a wild pitch. McCutcheon coming off a couple days on the bench with a bruised foot. Got thrown out at the plate in the first. Scored a little bit more easily on the Rhys Hoskins single in the third. Kingery's taken off, and that one's fouled away. Jackie Robinson made his debut against the Boston Braves. Played first base, position he never really played before. They kind of taught him how to do that and that's a swing and a miss. They knew he was going to get called up. He signed in 1946. He played his first year at the AAA Montreal Monarchs. And McCutcheon lines it to Sogard. He's got it, and that's out number one.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Not a momentous debut for
Ladies and gentlemen,
for Robinson. He was 0 for 3 in the game. And that's going to do it for Adrian Hauser. Brent Suter is going to take over for his 10th appearance of the season. He pitched 3 scoreless innings in yesterday's game, so kind of an interesting move for Craig Counsell to go to his lefty here in this situation. He does have Bryce Harper coming up, and maybe he's thinking that one hit, the fly ball that Lorenzo Cain was able to snag at the wall, maybe he's thinking this is a sign that Harper's starting to see the ball and he's starting to put a charge in one and wants to play the matchup here in the 5th. So Hauser's not going to factor in the decision tonight. And Suter comes in with a runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Brewers lead 2-1. A game where Christian Yelich left with a hip injury in the first. That one misses down low. It's 1-0. Suter goes 3 innings, only gives up 1 walk. He struck out 5. Faced the minimum in his 3 innings of work. Here's the 1-0 to Harper, and that one's driven foul. Left a hanging curveball for Harper to smoke, and he drilled that one down the line. And that was pretty close to giving the Phillies the lead. Let's see what Suter comes back with here. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, but home plate umpire says he went all the way around, and it's 1-2. Or at least far enough around where it's going to be considered a swinging strike. Check of Kingery over at first. He's in safely. Here's the 1-2 to Harper. Just misses. Couldn't get him to chase slider, 2-2. If you look at the career of Jackie Robinson, first ballot Hall of Famer in 1962. Here's the 2-2. Popped him up. Cain's going to come charging in, and he's going to get under it comfortably. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away. We talked about Al Kaline last week. He was only the 10th person to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Robinson becoming a first ballot Hall of Famer as well. 1947 Rookie of the Year, MVP in 1949. Led the league in batting average, .342. Had 37 stolen bases. Also led the league in on-base percentage. As Rhys Hoskins is in there with 2 outs, and he takes a strike. Won the World Series with the Dodgers in 1955, 6-time All-Star. In his career, batted .311, 137 home runs, 947 runs, and 197 stolen bases. And there's a chopper to Hira. He's going to make the play to first, and now retire the side in the 5th. And the Rookie of the Year that he won in 1947, well, that award now bears his name, the Jackie Robinson Award. And number 42 is worn by everybody on Jackie Robinson, except in this game, apparently. Lorenzo Cain leads off the bottom of the 5th here for the Brewers.
The center fielder.
0 for 2, a couple of groundouts on the day. He takes one up and out. It's 1-0. And there's a grounder to Kingery. Steps and throws, and there's 1 away.
the right fielder, number 16.
I'll make way for Ben Gamel.
Gamble.
Had his first hit of the season with a double off the angled fence in right field. Later scored on Hira's RBI single. That's been the difference so far in this game. Here's the pitch to Gamel. It's in there for a strike. Gamel came in the first. Christian Yelich, you're just joining us, leaving in the first with an injured hip. According to the prompt, it looks like he's going to expect to see some time on the injured list. Gamel fights that one off. It's 0-2. Hopefully it's not any of this nonsense where like he's out for the season or something. That'd be a huge bummer. It'd be a bummer in real life. It's a bummer when you're trying to make this a thing. And you want to have good games and you want to have kind of your franchise player in all of them. But what can you do? Maybe I can purchase something. 1-2 pitch. Gamel rips that one to center, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Williams thought about maybe making a play on it, but he lets it just drop in front of him. Gamel has 2 hits in the game.
The second baseman, Chester. You're out.
So hopefully Gamel, with a little more playing time, can keep producing, get some base hits for this team. Here's Keston Hiura. RBI single his last at-bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Hiura's had a hit in every game against the Phillies this season. Absolutely crushing Phillies pitching. 4 for 10 in this series. He was 6 for 12 in Philadelphia. Just a bummer for Hiura that they will be done playing the Phillies after tomorrow. Season series wraps up tomorrow in Milwaukee. Here's the 1-1, and that's a grounder to Gregorius. Chance for 2. Kingery's got it. He'll make the turn, and that is an inning double play. So Gamel gets his second hit of the day, but he's erased on the turn of 2 by the Phillies. Brewers still lead 2-1. Didi Gregorius is in there to lead off the 6th.
Didi Gregorius.
Seeing the ball very well off the Brewers here in Milwaukee. 2 home runs in the series. Suter starts him up with a ball in the zone, and it's 1-0. Alex Claudio, JP Fireeisen warming up for the Crew. One-0 pitch from Suter, and that one's fouled into the netting. It's 1-1. So Brett Suter has been kind of the cornerstone guy for these long inning situations, as Gregorius is going to beat the shift, and that could be extra bases. He's made the turn to second. Garcia with the throw, and Gregorius is in there with a sliding double to lead off the 6th.
Now batting.
4th double of the season for Gregorius, and the Phillies are in business here in the 5th. 6th. Brewers like to play a lot of those shifts, and in a situation like that where it's a little inside-out job, he beats it for the double. So Suter's going to work with the runner on here in the 6th. Starts out Realmuto with a strike. Suter only gave up 1 base runner yesterday, and that was a walk. And then got him erased on a double play, but with the runner on second, a little tougher to do that here. Fastball misses up. It's 1-1. You wonder where the arm strength for Suter is today. You know, kind of the downside of going to the pen so early is he had a lot of guys throw yesterday in a 12-inning game. Here's the 1-1. And that one's a fly ball to left. Garcia racing back, but he's got room. And he's going to make the catch for out number 1. Throw comes into third. A little wide of the bag, but Gregorius isn't tagging, and there's one away.
To Philadelphia, the third baseman, Neil Walker.
A lot of options for Counsell to go to before Brett Suter, but maybe going through the order a third time, maybe had him a little worried. Here's the pitch. And Walker hits that to the right side. Smoke takes it himself. That'll move up Gregorius to third. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
So runner at third for Nick Williams. Double in a walk here in the game. He's going to bat with runner over at third. And his team trailing by 1. Here's the pitch from Suter. Fastball just misses the bottom of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That's a changeup in there. 1-1. 77 from Suter. And as we showed you earlier, Adrian Hauser's hitting 97. You see 20 miles an hour or less on a ball coming at you. You're definitely not going to be having the same swing, that's for sure. Here's the 1-1 to Williams. Slider misses away, 2-1. So pitcher spot due up next. They can be careful. Probably going to see a pinch hitter, though. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one's fouled, so it's 2-2. So you'd like to see Suter get Williams here and have the pinch hitter lead off the next inning instead of hitting with 2 men on. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Williams. And that's a grounder over to Smoke. He's got it. He'll take it himself. And Suter works around the leadoff double to retire the side. So the Gregorius double that beats the shift. He gets stranded. Phillies continue to struggle with runners in scoring position. And the Brewers maintain their 1-run lead.
Leading off for the Brewers,
Avisail Garcia steps in here in the 6th. Zach
Garcia.
Eflin in there. He's only thrown 64 pitches, so... And Garcia rips that one to left, but McCutcheon is right there, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now
For the Brewers in the 6th.
the catcher, Omar.
Got a good one, and he hit it right on the screws, but McCutcheon just needs to take a couple steps, and he's got it for the out. Omar Narvaez, 0 for 2 on the day. Batting average below 400 for the first time in a while. Zach Eflin moving along here. He's got a lot of quick innings against these Brewers. Got the double play last inning. Gave up a double to Sogard. And then got a double play. 0-1 pitch, misses. So back-to-back innings with double plays has helped Eflin maintain this pitch count. But his spot is due up first in the 7th. So we'll probably see a double switch or maybe just a straight-up pinch hitter from Joe Girardi. Narvaez fouls one, and it's 1-2. 2-1 game here in Milwaukee. 1-2 pitch. Narvaez hits one up the middle, but Kingery's there. Plenty of time to get Narvaez, and there's 2 away. Brewers got on the board first in the 2nd with the Justin Smoke solo home run. And the Phillies would answer back in the 3rd. As we take a look at that home run back in the 2nd. We've got the Brewers on the board first. First home run of the season. Just his 2nd appearance of the year. Phillies answered back with a Rhys Hoskins RBI single. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Ben Gamble would have a double, and Keston Hero would hit him in. And Smoke did it again! Long drive to right field. Forget about that one. Smoke has given the Brewers a 3-1 lead. 452 feet. My goodness, that is a blast. His 2nd home run of the game, 2nd of the year. And in a day where Christian Yelich leaves with an injury and could be missing some time, the Brewers might have found their power bat to make up for Christian Yelich. Look at this one, 112 off the bat, 452 feet. And that one's about halfway up the 2nd deck, an absolute shot. And that is going to do it for Zach Eflin today. Eflin goes 6 2/3, or 5 2/3, gives up 3 runs, 2 home runs to Smoke, and that'll be all for him today. Brewers lead 3-1 here in the 6th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies. Number 4.
Adam Morgan's going to make his 13th appearance of the season for the Phillies. He's made the most appearances out of the bullpen for Joe Girardi, 10 2/3 of an inning. He's given up 5 runs. No home runs yet on the season. See a really good strikeout to
The third baseman, number
strikeout to
7.
walk ratio.
Eric Sogard.
He faces Eric Sogard, who fouls one away. But on the whole, this is a Phillies bullpen, 6.29 ERA entering today. So they have given up a lot of runs. And that has been a big reason why they are where they are at right now. Compare that to the Brewers bullpen coming in today, which was a 2.94 ERA. Sogard, little tapper in front of the mound. Real Muto's got it. He'll make the throw to first, and there's the final out of the inning. But Justin Smoke hits his second dinger of the game. An absolute blast to right. Gives the Brewers an insurance run. They lead by 2. So Craig Counsell is going to make a double switch here in the top of the 7th. Pitcher spot coming up second in the next inning. So we'll see who he's pointing to. JP Fireisen is going to make his 10th appearance of the season.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 76, JP Fireisen. Pinch hitting for the Phillies, number 72, Kyle Garland.
All right. Didn't get a chance to hear where the double switch happens, so when the ball gets put in play, we'll figure it out. JP Fireisen's now in the 6th spot, which is Justin Smoke's spot, it sounded like, which would be interesting. He's got 2 home runs, so maybe Ryan Braun is now over at first, possibly. Or maybe it's Eric Sogard who just came out. We'll see. Here's the 0-1. That one misses. Kyle Garlick's in there, pinch hitting in the pitcher's spot. 1 hit on the season. That was a home run against Brent Suter back in Philly. 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. JP Fireisen in there, 10th appearance of the season. He's pitched really well since getting his first loss of his career in that opening weekend series against the Cubs. He's only given up the 1 run. Got the win on Monday, pitching a scoreless 10th. And there's a called strike 3 at the top of the zone. And there's 1 away in the 7th.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
Right at the letters.
Kingery.
Garlick not too thrilled by that one. And Scott Kingery is up there with 1 out. He's 0 for 2, got hit his last time at bat. And there's one right up the middle for a base hit. So Kingery is on in back-to-back appearances. And he's on with 1 out in the 7th.
The left fielder, number 22.
Right back up the box.
McCutcheon.
Good ground ball pitch there. Just out of the reach of Hira, but probably not going to get the speedy Kingery. As Andrew McCutcheon's up there. He's 1 for 2 on the day. That one misses, 1-0. McCutcheon leading his team in batting average. It's not even close who the next batter is. Comes into today with 328 average as he hits one to right, but Gammel's there. And he makes the catch for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
McCutcheon came into today
Your attention,
batting
please.
323. The
Now
next
pitching for
highest
the
on the
Brewers.
team
Number 58, Alex
was Nick Williams, batting
Claudio.
274. So, a lot of low averages. We kind of talked about Bryce Harper, who's going to face off against Alex Claudio. So they got the lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Bryce Harper 0 for the season series against the Brewers, 0 for 10 in this one in Milwaukee. Here's the pitch from Claudio, and that's fouled. Harper has not gotten off to the start that he or his team have wanted. He's down 0-1 to the lefty specialist, Claudio. That one misses, 1-1. Kingery over at first. 2 outs. Brewers lead by 2. Justin Smoke with 2 solo shots. Keston Hiura with the RBI single. Here's the one hit against the Brewers this season. Harper. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. We mentioned he got robbed of a home run by Kane back in the 3rd. You kind of wonder if he's going to start now. Now he's got that base hit. Now they just they seem to come in bunches. That's usually how this works. And it's 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, and Rhys Hoskins up to bat. 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the 3rd. There's the pitch. That's in there. It's 0-1. See there, batting .381 with runners in scoring position. This is the guy they want. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's hit to right, and that's going to get down into the corner. Could be trouble, and that is going to probably tie the game up. Harper's around 3rd. Here comes the throw to the play. Oh, and he's going to hold on to it. Thought they could have made the play, but they are not going to, and Rhys Hoskins has tied this one up with a 2-run double in the 7th. So just like that, it's a tie game. Charge both those runs to Feyereisen. That one's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Charge 1 to Feyereisen. 1 will go to Claudio. So now, runner on 2nd. 2 outs. Didi Gregorius up. 2 for 3 on the day. And that's a foul. So it's 0-2. Gregorius has been one of the toughest outs for these Brewers this series. See that with the 2 for 3 day today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Changeup. Couldn't quite get it into the zone. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away. Good job by Gregorius to spoil that one. Do it again at 1-2. Pitch from Claudio. Just misses inside. 2-2. Hoskins at 2nd. He just tied the game with a 2-run double. Gregorius up. Here's the 2-2 pitch called. Strike 3 at the knees. And that will do it for the Phillies in the 7th, but not after tying this one up. Rhys Hoskins hits the 2-run double. And we head to the stretch, tied at 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 50, Hector Neris.
Hector Neris is in for his 8th appearance of the season. Pitched in last night's game. Went an inning, gave up a walk and a strikeout.
The shortstop.
The first walk of the season he gave up was in yesterday's game. So a good control pitcher. He's going to face Orlando Arcia. Hits a little fly ball to center, but Williams is right there. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Brewers in the 7th.
Third baseman number 2, Luis Urias.
So it's Luis Urias who came in on the double switch. Came in for Eric Sogard. Batting .300 on the season. Got his first home run as a Brewer on Saturday. Got the start on Monday. Here's the pitch to Urias, and that one's in there for a strike. Actually got the start on Saturday. Expect to see a little bit more of Luis Urias probably coming up. They want to get him in the lineup, try to get his bat going. A lot of potential with this young utility infielder. There's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss out in front of that split-fingered fastball. And Urias is down 0-2. Once again, tie game. It's been the story of this series as Urias hits a fly ball to center. Williams coming in for it. He's got it on the run, and there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo Kane.
So 2 up and 2 down for Neris. That's going to bring back the top of the order. And Lorenzo Kane. He's grounded out 3 times here today, but made the sensational grab in center to steal a home run from Bryce Harper. Here's the pitch. That one misses with 1-0. 1-0 pitch is in there, and it's 1-1. Fastball misses. Tried to work that corner. It's 2-1. And there's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, Neris has only given up the 1 walk. He's only struck out 2 batters. He's given up 5 runs, so he's been susceptible. And there's a ball hit to Hoskins. He's going to flip it to Neris. Foot race to the bag. Neris is going to win that one, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Phillies. After 7, still tied at 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Corey Knebel's in for his 11th appearance of the season.
Corey Knebel.
He last pitched on Monday, went an inning, struck out 2. Back-to-back games where he's had 2 strikeouts.
Leading off for the Phillies, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
He's going to face off against JT Realmuto to lead off the 8th. That one misses down. It's 1-0. $24,000 in attendance here on a Wednesday night. Jackie Robinson Day in Milwaukee. Yesterday was 414 Day. Forgot to mention that. Just with everything going on, it's hard to remember what the days are and what the numbers associated with those are. So hopefully, if you're from the Milwaukee area, had a good 414 Day. As Realmuto is up in the count 2-0. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled. It's 2-1. And anyone watching from outside of maybe the Wisconsin area, 414 Day, that's the area code in Milwaukee, so they celebrate that date. I don't know what they do, probably drink a lot. Watch the Brewers. But not much of that going on nowadays. Here's the 3-1 to Realmuto, and that one misses, and that is ball 4. And the Phillies once again getting their leadoff men on base.
Up next for Philadelphia,
making these Brewers
the third baseman.
Brewers pitchers work out of the stretch early. Last 4 innings, Phillies have led off with a base runner. Neil Walker's in, 0 for 3 on the day. And that one's fouled. Walker hit into some double plays in yesterday's game, late in some key situations. Knebel hoping that he can do the same here. He's got a runner on first with nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Walker. And there's a swing and another foul. 0-2. Two from Knebel. Fouled again. Brewers looking to win their 3rd straight game. Looking to win their 6th straight against the Phillies this season. Swept them in Philly, taking the first 2 of this series. Here's the 0-2. Called. Strike 3 at the top of the zone. Corey Knebel gets his first strikeout of the game. And there's one away for Nick Williams. Williams with the double in the 2nd. He's got some power. He's got some good wheels. He's got JT Realmuto over at first. Realmuto, for a catcher, runs very well. So a shot to the gap could cause trouble for the Brewers here. Here's the 1-0 to Williams. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Third base coach telling Realmuto, know where your outfielders are. Give him some signs. Never know if there might be a hit and run going on here. Maybe some other type of play. Probably not a bunt. Williams has got good pop. Here's the 1-1. Curveball just misses the zone, 2-1. Williams leads his team in doubles, hit his 9th of the season, back in the 2nd. Realmuto's 2 stolen bases. That's most on the team, tied with Kingery. Here's the 2-1 from Knebel. Fastball misses. 97 on the corner. Not getting that one from the home plate umpire. So 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Called strike. So full count, 1 out. See if Realmuto might be on the move here. Try to stay out of that double play situation. And if anything, a base hit could get him over to third. Let's see what happens here. Full count pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing the high fastball. And back-to-back case for Corey Knebel here in the 8th.
The pitcher, number 50.
Had to battle, but gave him the heat at the top of the zone. Williams way out in front of it. And there are 2 away in the 8th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Phillies, number 40, Adam Hazley.
Adam Hazley is going to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot. Came in on a double switch yesterday, was 0 for 2 in the game. And he takes a strike to start off this at-bat. Runner at first, top of the 8th, 3-3 game. There's the 0-1. That one's going to be down for a base hit. Realmuto makes the turn, but he's going to stay at second. And Hazley's into the game for a pinch hit and gets a single.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
Down and away, just drops the barrel on it. Thought maybe Arcia might have a play. Didn't have a really good angle. Arcia went the complete opposite direction of where the ball went. Just waiting for the cutoff, apparently. So Hazley does his job. Good night's work in the base hit. He's going to make way for Roman Quinn. His 3rd appearance, all pinch running, and all against the Brewers. Scott Kingery, 1 for 3 on the day, is up with 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch from Knebel's in there for a strike. Well, in Philly, Knebel got himself into some trouble in that appearance as well. Gave up 2 base runners and gave up a loud out to end it. The Brewers were able to hold on to their lead. They're up 5-2 in that game. Here, a little different situation. A little bit more pressure with the go-ahead run at second. Here's the 1-1 to Kingery, way up and out, and it's 2-1. The dog is grumbling. She knows this is a high-pressure situation. She can't handle all the stress and the excitement. Yeah. Here's the pitch, and that's a fly ball. Garcia's coming in. He's got it, and that will do it for the Phillies in the 8th. So Knebel works around the single and the walk, gets 2 strikeouts, and we head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for
Sir Anthony Dominguez makes his 11th appearance of the season, 0-1. 0-1 in save opportunities.
Leading off for the Brewers. The
Hasn't pitched in this series yet. He last pitched on Sunday. And he starts out Ben Gamel with the slider, 0-1. If you're just joining us, Christian Yelich left the game in the 1st with a hip injury, expected to be on the IL. Ben Gamel has come in and has come through for the Brewers. He's 2 for 2. Doubled in his first at-bat, singled in his last one. And scored a run on the Hero RBI single. He fouls that one off of Realmuto. It's 1-2. Brewers and Phillies, I think, both want to end this one in 9. They've played back-to-back extra inning games already in this series. So winning it in 9 is probably a high priority for both of them. Ben Gamel here, 2-2 pitch. Hits that one to the left side, but that's going to drop foul. Gamel's mostly made pinch running appearances for the Brewers. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got tied up on that one. And he's down on strikes.
Now batting, second baseman, Kester. You're up.
Good pitch on the inside, but Gamble, for some reason, decided to swing at it. There's one away here in the 8th. Now bring up Keston Hiura. Hit the walk-off sac fly in yesterday's game, hoping to provide some dramatics here for the Brewers tonight. Takes a strike 100 miles an hour on the corner. And there's an 0-1 count on Hiura. That's a tough one to hit. Outside, fastball. It's just hard to have your bat catch up to heat like that. 0-1 pitch, and then he dropped the speed on him, and Hira's going to drop that one in for a base hit. So 2 hits on the day for Hiura, and he is staying hot against these Phillies. The Brewers have a base runner with 1 out in the 8th. Avisail Garcia, 1 for 3 on the day. He singled back in the 3rd, and he takes a strike. 4 home runs on the season, 10 RBIs. Looking to give the Brewers a little bit more of a push here in the 8th. Takes one away. It's 1-1. Can do it with the long ball. Double could possibly score Hero. But looking for a extra base hit for sure. Here's the 1-1 way upstairs at 100, and it's 2-1. Hero over at first. 1 out. Here's the 2-1 to Garcia. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of that fastball. Looked like he wanted to really pull that one instead of trying to go with the pitch. And it's 2-2. Two to Garcia. Way inside, and another one that ties him up. So Gamble and Garcia really chasing after some pitches that aren't even close to the zone. And the Brewers have 2 away here in the 8th. Same kind of swing animation from Garcia and Gamble. So Dominguez has 2 strikeouts in the inning, and he's going to face Omar Narvaez here with 1 away and a late swing on that one, 0-1. Narvaez 0 for 3, only 1 hit in the series. It did drive in 2, though. Had 3 home runs against the Mets. Brewers looking for 1 here. Tied at 3, bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Grounded over to second. Kingery's got it. He'll make the throw to first, and that will do it for the Brewers in the 8th. So it's going to be a last at-bat win once again here in Milwaukee. We head to the 9th, tied at 3. Council's going to make a double switch here in the 9th. Pitcher spot was due up second in the next inning. He's going to go with Corbin Burns, who's making his 14th appearance of the season. Pitched really well in the last 2 outings.
Number 39, Corbin Burns. Now catching and batting 7, number 9, Manny Pena.
So Manny Pena is now behind the plate for the Brewers. He's going to bat second in the next inning. Corbin Burns starts out Andrew McCutcheon with the ball down, and it's 1-0. There's a ball hit to right. Gamble's going to play it on a hop, and it's a leadoff single for the Phillies. So once again, getting that leadoff runner on. And Bryce Harper up to bat.
The right fielder, Bryce Harper.
There's the pitch to Harper. Hits that one to center and deep, but Kane is there. He's going to make the play, and there's 1 away. So Harper putting some charges into some balls tonight. He got robbed by Kane from a home run. Hits a charge to that one, but playing the deep as they are, trying to take away those doubles. Kane's able to track it down, and there's 1 away. And Rhys Hoskins is up with 1 out. He's got 3 RBIs, all 3 of them for the Phillies tonight. Takes one upstairs, 1-0. David Phelps warming up for the Brewers. There's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses as well, 2-0. So might be working a little careful to Hoskins here, knowing that he's been the big run producer for the Phillies today. Phillies have left 10 men on base. Brewers have left 7. There's the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. So tried the curveball just to give him a little change of pace and just try to get one over, and he does. 2-1. McCutchen over at first, one away here, tied up at 3 in the 9th. Here's the pitch to Hoskins, and he drives that one to left, but got it on the end of the bat, and Garcia is going to be able to track it down for out number 2. Got a good swing on it, but just a little out on the end of the bat.
The shortstop.
And there are 2 away here in the 9th. Didi Gregorius here had the big RBI double in the 9th off of Josh Hader in Game 1. And Corbin Burns starts him with a slider. It's 0-1. Gregorius had the 2 RBIs for the Phillies in Monday's game. He had 2 RBIs in yesterday's game, and Brewers hope he leaves today with 0 RBIs. Checking McCutchen over at first. He's in safely. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's down 1-1. One pitch. This is up 2-1. Burns got himself into trouble. He came in for the 10th. Had to get out of a bases-loaded jam. He got Gregorius to pop up straight behind home plate, and there's a called strike. So 2-2 on Gregorius. Burns had some pretty high-pressure pitches in yesterday's game. Some more today. Helping build that character, build some of that resolve. Here's the 2-2 to Gregorius in the dirt, 3-2. McCutchen's going to get a head start. Here's the full count pitch. And there's a grounder over to third. Urias bobbles it. He's going to make the throw, and it's not in time. And there's first and second on the air by Urias.
Up next,
so couldn't gather it enough in time. And there's first and second here in the 9th. So Brewers giving it up an extra out here. And JT Realmuto is up. First pitch to him is inside 1-0. McCutchen over at second. He led off with the single. Gregorius just got on by the error. Burns getting 2 fly ball outs in between. Here's the 1-0 to Realmuto, and that one's driven foul. So Realmuto right on that off-speed pitch. Checking McCutchen at second. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, but didn't go around. It's 2-1. Burns comes set, 2-1 pitch. Grounder over to Urias again. A little redemption here. He'll make the play over to first, and the Brewers get out of this one unscathed. So error by Urias doesn't hurt them. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. Brewers looking to send the fans home on another walk-off. So Justin Smoke is leading off the 9th inning, and in the 6th, he hit his second long ball of the game. A blast to right field. If he keeps doing that, they're going to have to give the concession workers some hard hats. And he leads off the 9th against Dominguez, who's in there for his second inning of work. That one's fouled right off of Realmuto, and it's 0-1. Well, the Brewers got a walk-off home run from Christian Yelich on Monday. They got a walk-off sacrifice fly yesterday. How are they going to do it tonight? There's a called strike. It's 0-2. David Robertson, Jose Alvarez warming up in the bullpen. I'm noticing like the guys who are wearing the pants up is they're in blue socks. I'm not sure what that's all about. Fastball just misses the corner, 1-2. If that's how they're doing Jackie Robinson Day, I am not happy about that. Like I said, I'm going to talk to my congressman about that one. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Smoke. Check swing, but he went around, and he is down on strikes for out number 1.
The catcher, number 9, Manny.
So Manny Piña's up there. He got a base hit in yesterday's game. Had a home run on Saturday. He bats with 1 out here in the 9th. Strike is in there, 0-1. The Brewer fans who have come to Miller Park for this series are definitely getting their money's worth. Especially if another one goes into extra innings. As Piña follows that one back, it's 0-2. Only needed 10 on Monday. They needed 12 yesterday. Hopefully they only need 9 here. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Piña. That one's fouled off to the right side. Count remains 0-2. That one's in the dirt. 1-2. Piña scored the game-winning run on the sac fly from Hira. And he swings and misses on that one. There's 2 away. So back-to-back strikeouts for Dominguez. He's got 4 so far in the game.
Milwaukee. The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
And I'll bring up Orlando Arcia. 0 for 2. Walked in the 4th. And Dominguez starts them off with some heat down the middle. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's down, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, slider misses away. It's Arcia working another good at bat here. It's 2-1. That one's a swing and a miss. Got him to chase the slider that time. 2-2. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Good block by Real Muto. And it's a full count. See what Arcia can do here with the full count. Payoff pitch. Hits that one to right. Hoskins has it on the line. And now we retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down inning for Dominguez. And we head to our 3rd straight extra inning game, this time tied at 3.
Your attention, please. Now,
David Phelps in to work the 10th inning, his 9th appearance of the season.
Phelps.
Pitched 2 innings in yesterday's game, pitched the 11th and the 12th.
Philadelphia.
Scoreless innings, kept the game where it was at, and got the win in yesterday's game. Neil Walker, bottom of the order, is coming up. There's a swing and a miss. Great curveball that Walker was way out in front. And he starts him off with 0-1. Fastball misses up, 1-1. Phelps a good addition to this Brewers bullpen. Only given up the 1 earned run on the season. 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, 9 1/3. Innings worked. Here comes the 1-1 to Walker, and that one's fouled back. 1-2. Brewers getting 2 solo home runs from Justin Smoke, an RBI single from Keston Hira in a game where Christian Yelich leaves in the 1st with a hip injury. Fastball misses. It's 2-2. Phillies getting all their production from Rhys Hoskins. He has 3 RBIs, a swing and a miss. Walker's down on strikes, and there's 1 away in the 10th.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Good off-speed pitch.
Williams.
Looks like it clipped through the bat somehow. Did not get a hit. Walker's down on strikes for the 3rd time today. And that brings up Nick Williams. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Knuckle curve is going to miss. It's 1-0. Struck out in his last appearance back in the 8th. Here's the 1-0 from Phelps, and that one's hit to left, and they had the shift on, and let's see how far Williams gets on this one, because that's his way to second. Garcia's got it. He's going to throw it in, and Williams is in with his 2nd double of the game. So they had the shift on once again, and Williams has 10 doubles on the season. Let's look at who's available for Joe Girardi off the bench. And you kind of figure Jay Bruce will come in this situation with the matchup.
Your attention,
But
please.
it's going to be Josh Harrison, so what do I know?
Phillies. Number 7, Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison bats with 1 on and 1 out here in the 10th. Fastball misses away 1-0. Top of the order coming up for the Phillies. Harrison pinch hit on Monday. It was 0 for 1. There's the 1-0. There's a pop-up to the infield. Here is calling for it. Pats his glove and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
So the top of the order coming up here for the Phillies. Scott Kingery, 1 for 4. Flew out to left his last at-bat. Don't want to give the next couple guys any opportunities. McCutcheon on deck. He's got 2 hits. Bryce Harper got his first hit in the season series against the Brewers. And he's been hitting the ball really hard, so you figure more of those hits are coming. And possibly a devastating one. 0-1 pitch misses. It's 1-1. Tie game here in the 10th. Nick Williams at second. He got a double with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Henry had the launch angle on that one. Uppercut swing, but Phelps came with something high. And Phelps is in control here. 1-2. Trying to get the Brewers back in the dugout with a tie game. Check of Williams. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Good pitch on the lower part of the plate. Kingery gave a late swing on it and just able to fight that one off. Almost instinctive to take a cut at that one. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. Tried to get him on the curveball. Tried to chase one in the dirt. Doesn't do it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Kingery hanging tough here. Third straight extra inning game the Brewers and Phillies are playing here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Phelps gets him to chase that one. And the Brewers head to the bottom of the 10th with a chance to win it and get their third straight win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 52, Jose Alvarez.
So Jose Alvarez in to work the 10th inning for the Phillies.
Hitting for the Brewers, number 32, Brock Holt.
And Craig Counts is going to go to Brock Holt. Trying to get a little bit of a spark here. So here's the pitch. That one's down the middle, 0-1. Alvarez gave up the walk-off home run to Christian Yelich on Monday. It's his only loss of the season. Alvarez has given up 2 home runs, 4 earned runs on the season. It's his 9th appearance. He did work an inning in yesterday's game and struck out 2. Holt lays off the slider. It's 1-1. Pitch to Holt. On the left side, Walker stabs at it, has it in his glove, makes the play to Hoskins, and there's 1 away in the 10th.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
So Lorenzo Cain is up, nobody on, and 1 out here in the 10th. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Had a big double in yesterday's game in the 12th. He takes one up, it's 1-0. David Robertson, Victor Arano warming up for the Phillies. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit a little fly ball to center. Williams is under it. Makes it out for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 16, Ben Gamble.
Ben Gamel's up with 2 outs here in the 10th. 2 for 3, has a double and a single. Did strike out his last at-bat. looking to keep this inning going for the Brewers. Tied up at 3. Here's the pitch. Strike is in there. 0-1 to Gamble. Another one at the top of the zone. Quickly 0-2 on the right fielder. Alvarez comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider misses. 1-2. Good pitch there. Trying to get Gamble to chase. 1-2. That one's down. 2-2. Gamble gave a little bit of a flinch, but lets it go by, and he's worked the count to even here. Here's the pitch. Another one that misses. 3-2. So if Gamble can get it on, Keston Hiura is on deck, and he's been hitting lights out against the Phillies this season. His one home run came against Philadelphia in Philly. Had the game-winning sac fly yesterday. Brewers want to give him a chance here in the 10th. Full count offering to Gamble. Hits that one to the left side. A foul. Here's the payoff pitch. Another one foul. Gamble hanging in there tough after falling behind in the count. Here's the full count again. Fouled another one off to the left side. So making Alvarez throw some pitches here. This is going to be pitch number 9. Here it comes. Swing and a fly ball to right, but that's going to reach the seats. And we'll reset at 3-2 again. Pitch way upstairs. Alvarez loses them, and Gamble's on with 2 outs here for Keston Hiura.
Now batting, the second baseman, Keston.
So Hiura's up with 2 outs. 2 for 4 on the day. Had the RBI single. It gave the Brewers the 2-1 lead back in the bottom of the 3rd. Counsell has the matchup he wants. He has the hitter he wants. Here's the pitch. Hands in there for a strike. A little bit on the outside plate here after seeing the last at-bat. Gonna make Alvarez throw him one here. Here's the 0-1. That one misses. 1-1. Gamble's got good wheels over at first. He's coming in a lot of pinch running situations. So anything with the gap should score him, especially with 2 outs. And Hiura hits one to left and deep. McCutchen going back at the wall. He looks up and it's gone. Keston Hiura walks off the Brewers again, this time with a 2-run shot. And the Brewers win their 3rd straight extra inning game, their 3rd straight game in a row, and their 6th straight against the Phillies this season. Keston Hiura, he just missed a grand slam yesterday. He did not miss that one. And the Brewers win another walk-off game in Milwaukee. What a game. Keston Hiura stays absolutely on fire against these Phillies. His 3rd hit of the game is the game winner. Take a look at this one again. Just a nice, good swing on that high fastball. Hits it off that front railing. And the Brewers send the fans home happy for the 3rd straight game in dramatic fashion. Bullpen does a great job to keep them in this one. As Justin Smoke, your player of the game, had 2 home runs, his first 2 of the season. Take a look at this swing. Well, a pause, I guess. Got to put him on a baseball card first. Then there's the swing. 2 absolute bombs. And the Brewers win this one in 10, 5-3. So the Brewers look for the series sweep. They look for the season sweep of the Phillies tomorrow night. Your starting pitchers for the Phillies, it's going to be Vince Velasquez, who's given up 13 earned runs on the season. He's going to face off against the lefty Eric Lauer, who's looking for his first win of the season. David Phelps does another great job in extra innings, gets back-to-back wins. Jose Alvarez gives up another walk-off home run. Brewers win 5-3. So the first pitch will be sometime around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Hope you can join me on this YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter at Tucker Comedy. This is youtube.com/Tucker Comedy for all of these broadcasts of simulated baseball games. Have a good rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow night. Brewers win another walk-off extra inning game, 5-3.